Have you ever wished you could just, control how you react to life's challenges? Well, today we're diving into a really powerful concept from Stoic philosophy that shows you exactly how. It's called the discipline of perspective, and it's all about learning to see the world not as you wish it were, but exactly as it is.
So let's start with this idea right here, because it's the foundation for everything else. This isn't just some clever little saying, it's a deep truth the Stoics really understood. They knew that our experience of life is filtered through our own minds. In other words, the reality you perceive? Yeah, you helped create it.
Okay, to really get this, we've got to recognize a simple fact that most of us just overlook. Every single one of us is living in two completely different worlds at the exact same time. So on one side, you've got the outer world. This is the world of facts, of raw data. It rains, the market goes down, someone says something to you. These events, in and of themselves, they're neutral. But then you've got your inner world, and this is where you add the story, the judgment, the meaning. You decide if the rain is a pain, if the market drop is a total disaster, or if that comment was a nasty insult. The trap we all fall into is we just fuse these two worlds together, and we start believing our inner story is the outer reality. And this confusion, this is where so much of our struggle comes from. The Stoics argued that our suffering doesn't actually come from the events themselves. Nope, it comes from the judgments we attach to them. I mean, listen to this from the philosopher Epictetus. This simple but incredibly profound idea puts the power squarely back in our hands. The event itself might be way outside of our control, but our reaction, our interpretation, well, that is entirely our domain. So the whole point of Stoic practice isn't about wishing for a different world with no problems. It's about training your mind to see with clarity. It's about stripping away all the layers of fear and anxiety and storytelling that we pile on top of events and just seeing things as they are. And in that clarity, that's where you find your freedom. Let's try and bring this idea to life with a really simple analogy. I want you to think of your mind, your perception, as a lens that you see everything through.
Okay, the scene is super simple. An external event is happening, it's raining. It's the exact same objective reality being presented to two different people.
And here's where that perspective shift just clicks. The first man's lens is all clouded up with frustration. He's adding the story of inconvenience, of a ruined day. But the second man's lens is clear. He just sees the rain for what it is, water for the earth, and he feels grateful. The event is identical, but their experience of it, completely different worlds. The event itself is totally neutral. The meaning is chosen. And that's where your real power is, in your ability to choose that meaning, to clean the lens of your perception every single day. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius just captured this perfectly. If your thoughts are consistently dark, anxious, or angry, your entire world is going to take on that color. But if you cultivate thoughts of clarity, of acceptance, of gratitude, your world becomes bright. So how do we actually build this into a practical approach for daily life? How do we shift from that automatic emotional reaction to a state of just clear-eyed observation? This table is fantastic because it shows the contrast so clearly. Where most of us automatically see a tragedy in loss, the Stoic trains to see it simply as a change. A delay isn't a failure. No, it's an opportunity for training, in patience maybe. Even death, the ultimate fear for so many, gets reframed from an end to just being part of nature's rhythm. And let's be clear, this isn't about suppressing your emotions or becoming some kind of robot. It's the exact opposite. It's about finding a really profound sense of peace and harmony by loving reality as it is, instead of constantly fighting against it. All right, so how can you start using this power of perspective right now, like today? Well, it all begins with one simple, powerful question you can ask yourself in pretty much any situation. Before you label any event good or bad, just pause for a second. Ask yourself this question. Is this situation inherently terrible, or is it my judgment, my story about it that's making it feel that way? This single question can literally break the cycle of automatic reaction. And this isn't just some mental trick. It's a fundamental shift in how you operate in the world. Because at the end of the day, clarity is freedom. Seeing things as they truly are, stripped of your own fears and desires, that is the very beginning of wisdom. We'll end on this thought. The goal isn't just to look at the world, but to understand it, and to understand our own role in creating our experience of it. Because when your perception finally clears, you might just find that life reveals a kind of quiet perfection you never even noticed before. So, what will you choose to see today?